You got a lot of dudes that came in, big dudes transferred in at your position. How they looking so far?
They looking great. Justin Rogers looking good. Lawrence looking good, and Mo he looking good too. So everybody been buying in and fitting into the program good. They've been doing good.
How do you feel about them bringing in that type of help right away? Do you think it's good for you guys up front?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like the most depth we have, the most we can produce as a unit, and we come together as a unit. And those guys bring different parts that we don't have on the D line, from like size and like physicality. So we can use that on our D line.
Just how much, I guess, have you kind of seen Jeffrey grow from last year to now? I know when he came in and just talked about a lot that he was pretty raw, had a lot of potential, but just how much have you seen him grow?
I seen him grow tremendously. When he first came here, he didn't know like nothing at all, like how to line up in the stands or nothing. And the jump he's made to this year is tremendous. Like this off season buying in and just want to work and like asking questions, like trying to learn defense and the whole defense, not just the D line. He's just stepping up as a leader too, like out the field, like in the locker room, trying to make everybody know, hey, we gotta do this, the little small things to win. So he's been stepping up on and out the field.
How much? You go.
How's the transition been to the new coaching staff at Marcus?
They made it easy as possible. Like they try not to put all the stuff on us at one time. They try to spread it out throughout time, and like they're great people. Like all the coaches, great people. I never like met a coach staff like this before. Like everybody's genuine, and you can tell that they care about you on and out the field. So this coaching staff, like transition has been easy because they embraced us and they letting us know that they still like care about us and stuff. Even though they new coaches and don't know a lot of players, and they still care about us and stuff like that.
What's Jeremy Garrett's style? Coach?
He's like a more hands-on coach. Like he's a young coach, so he like to get out there and show us how to do stuff. And I personally feel like that way is better because I see him doing it, and I can like get a visual idea of it instead of like just looking at the tape sometimes. And also he's a very vocal dude. Like he like explains exactly what he wants, and let you know what it is. And he's like I would say a player coach, but he's also strict. Cause like he asks us what we want and he asks us ideas for to help us get better, and he always like looks for input from different things. He never think he know it all. So I love Coach Garrett.
You look good physically. You feel like you're in good shape, ready to go.
Most definitely. Coach Dunn got us right this off season, so I feel like I'm ready.
How much you weigh now?
295 the other day.
So is that what you want to play at this fall?
Yes, sir.
How competitive do you think your position group's going to be as far as guys fighting for starting jobs or a spot to play in rotation?
It's gonna be competitive, but that's what you come here for. If you want to make it to the next level, you're gonna have to compete. So I never looked at like competition as a bad thing, because like at the end of the day, competition gonna bring out the best in everyone. And like if you're really a dog, you would want competition because you would want to know like you got somebody else competing next to you, and like that you know he's not gonna just allow somebody to come take his spot, like allow somebody to come. You feel me? Like, come take over type stuff. Like, he compete. Like, he wants to be that guy. So, like, competition, like, that's the best thing I think could have happened to this D-line room. Everybody knows, like nobody's spot secure. So, everybody competing, like, that's good.
You lost Colby, you lost Derek, Aku. Is this group going to be able to reload and still be effective? How good do you think you guys will be?
Well, most definitely. I think we're going to be able to, those guys were tremendous athletes, don't get me wrong, like they Auburn greats, and that's gonna be big shoes to fill for everyone, like the whole defense. But I like Coach Roberts playing, like using the whole D line and like outside linebackers, like everybody playing together as a defense. So I think we're gonna still have that same edge as a defense and have that same mindset.
You mentioned Coach Roberts. Just what have you enjoyed about getting to know him, and also just I guess kind of his defensive philosophies as well?
I just like his mindset, his approach to the game, and he's always hands-on, and like he shows us stuff too. Like even though he's kind of older, he kind of shows us stuff to do and helps us our game. He's a great coach, and he like always let us know the details and what we got to do to like fix those details if it's not working. And his defense is pretty simple, but it's like it's for us to know, and it's pretty simple. He's tries not to make things harder than that got to be.
Marcus, how's it feel being one of the veterans this year?
I feel good, but I also feel old seeing all these young guys coming in and happy and stuff like. But seeing them the first day of practice, a lot of them was tired, so just seeing that was kind of funny. But I feel old, man, and they always joking about me now. So yeah, that's the fun part.
Marcus, you don't know old yet, buddy. You don't know old yet.
Hey, I feel old. I feel old here.
During workouts or the first practice, did anybody like jump out to you or like, man, that big old guy can move or something like that? You know, anything you thought of?
Steven did that. Like he's a big guy that can move. And who else? Like our position group works. Like during the off-season workouts, like we had different groups, so I really couldn't see everybody. So I'm trying to like figure everybody out right now in practice. And so far I've been tired. I was tired the first day, so I really couldn't look at anybody else. So today I'm gonna try to see who stand out to me.
What do you need to do this fall to be better than you were last season?
Just keep adding on, just keep being coachable and learning new things and tips and working on my pass rush and also working on how to be a better leader and lead these guys. Because a lot of our leaders last year left. Even though I was kind of a leader last year, like a lot of our leaders left. And like it's just a couple of us now, and it brought a whole bunch of new guys in, and we trying to like figure out who's gonna be the leaders on this team. So that's another big part of me, like being better on the field, is like stepping on up out the field, and just being a leader out the field and on the field.
Is the defensive front going to be a little different than what you guys played last year as far as scheme?
Right now, I really don't know because we've been working both, like 3-4 and 4-3. So I really don't know. Coach Robert, he's like a multiple defense type dude. So he's like, we preparing for both defense right now, and I really don't know which one he's going to like the most.
What did Robert sort of tell you, like the defense is going to be like as a whole? What's his style? Is it sort of...
He kind of really ain't tell us anything yet. He just, we just been practicing like different fronts and different coverages and stuff like that, trying to see how everybody's body type fits in the defense.
Kind of when he got hired, there was a lot of talk about like the whole havoc rate thing and how big that was to him. I know you say you guys haven't gotten too far into the details, but how much have you guys talked about that? How much have you, I guess, known about that? And how exciting is it to have a defensive coordinator who really highlights, you guys getting in there and just, kind of creating havoc?
Yeah, it's exciting having a defensive coordinator like that. And he told us a little bit about it. I don't know the exact numbers, but they said they're gonna keep tally of sacks and turnovers this spring, and whoever they're gonna give out T-shirts and gifts to people who create turnovers and negative plays and stuff like that. And it's just Coach Robert's just a fun coach. Like he's real funny. So I want to see how he implement his points toward gifts and stuff like that to the defense and reward us as a defense and show us he cares.
Marcus, the tempo is much different in practice.
Yeah.
You're smiling. How impactful has it been already just in one day of seeing that tempo on the field?
Hey man, every period, every team period we have is just fast paced and up paced, and it's so different because it's preparing us and getting us in shape, and it's just showing it getting us ready for some of our opponents we have to go against this season. And I really personally like it because it's getting me back in football shape quicker than usual. It takes normally a week to get back in football shape, but yesterday I've kind of felt like I was getting in football shape toward the end of practice after the first two blows a team. I feel like I was getting football shape first day of practice.
Marcus, was it Steven Johnson, the guy you mentioned that stood out to you?
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell us about him? He's a freshman, right?
Yeah, he's a freshman. He's funny. He's a very likable person. He comes in and his approach is so friendly, and he's just so friendly and goofy. So you can't help but to notice him when you first see him. And he's so player driven, and he loves the players, and he tries to fit in everything he does. So.
That tempo and mental standpoint, how much does it put stuff on the players to be prepared? And because a lot of times you might not be able to get something from the coach. Does it make it more aware of what we need to do on the field?
Most definitely. It teaches us if we don't have a call, to line up and play. Because a lot of times in practice Monday we really didn't have a call, but we had a set call that we just go to and just line up and play if everybody didn't get the call. So it's just teaching us little stuff like that in case we do get in the game against a fast tempo team, and it teaches us different things we need to do against that team.
With the multiple different fronts, Coach Roberts, does it feel like anything's changed for you?
Nah, like to be honest, I really ran like in Kansas. When I was at Kansas, I ran a 3-4 type defense. When I my first year here, I ran more of like 4-down defense. And last year with Coach Med, I ran kind of both. Like we ran 3-9 and 4-9. So I really know like each position, 4-eye, 0, a 3, 2-eye. Like I know every position I need to know. So it's really not hard. Just when to do this job and like when to play this technique. And when to do this technique, that's the only like part you got to differentiate.
Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you.